Hello everybody, and welcome to my little video of my Italy, Sicily ant trip. I'm staying in that house over there, here in Sicily, in Italy, for 7 days. And I thought, you know what, let's document the ants we have down here, because we have quite a few. And it's quite funny because all the other days there's been so much ant activity everywhere. So I thought I'm gonna make this video. And today when I went out and looked, there's nothing. It's a very hot day today. Where's the sun? The sun is right up there. It's a very hot day today. And I think that's why all of the ants have just gone back. Down here I've discovered Mesobabrus, Cramagastus scutellaris, and Camponotus ligniperta or Herculinus. I think it's ligniperta. And then I have this massive, it's almost like black crazy ants. They're very small, but I haven't seen any queens. I don't know if black crazy ants live in Italy. It's probably just one of the regular ant species that I don't really know about. So yeah, I'm gonna try to do a little ant trip and show what's living around my house. But we are staying in this very beautiful house in this very beautiful area of Sicily. It's very weird looking at all of these mountain hilly areas because in Denmark there's just flatness. But yeah, enjoy the video. So this here is the house we are staying at. We are 8 people down here. It's an all family trip. But yeah, there's so many ant colonies that are all not active at the moment. So I have concluded here today that the ants have taken a siesta. Not sure what this fella is. Can't see any other colony members. A little bit of a loner. Phaenogaster. I'm not good at ant species. But there's some really tiny ones. Let me just see if I can find any of the real tiny ones. Over here. This baby here. And there's a lot of these as well. But this baby here. These are tiny. No idea what species. They're like 1, maximum 2 millimeters. I see the size difference. They're absolutely tiny. So if you can guess what these are, hang on, let me just find one again. Yeah, if you know what these are, let me know. Because holy smokes, they are small. I mean, they look like Natius niger, smaller, but I don't know. They're living near this cool little area. We have this little frog pond where the first time you come there's like 15, 20 frogs that just jump away. But there's like this constant little dripping here. So I could expect that we do have these bigger ants, but there's most likely a colony of these tiny, tiny, tiny ones. I can just look at them next to my finger. Like 1 millimeter. I mean, it doesn't even look like an ant unless you zoom in. So although we are in ant siesta, we do have these, and I think these are Ligniperta or Herculinus because they have a little bit of a red tint. Let's just see if I can pick one up. These are huge ants, but I don't know the species. So I mean, it's clearly Camponotus in my opinion, but it actually has a little bit of orange on it. But yeah, very healthy colony it seems with these massive Phaeogasters. So I've been walking around and been looking at all of the ants for the past few days, and it's really interesting because here in the middle of the day, it's 11 AM at the moment, all the colonies get so confused because it's so hot. Let me just show you, because we have this very active Mesobabrus colony, I believe it is. And in the afternoon they go completely crazy, and here in the middle of the day, in the morning times, or not in the morning times, but here in the middle of the day where it's the most hot, they just run out and run back home again. So that's really weird compared to in the afternoon times where they're just all over the place. And it seems it's a lot of the same with the different colonies. They go crazy in the mornings and in the afternoons, but during the day they just all go quiet, which makes perfect sense when you're an ant in a very hot environment. But it's very interesting. Also, I don't think it was Ligniperta or Herculinus, the work I just showed before. They have this little orange tint, which confuses me a lot. So I actually don't know the species of them, but I do believe it's some sort of carpenter ant, Camponotus. But yeah, except for that, I also got a clip of the very active colony that's living right down here. So this right here is definitely where the biggest colony is. I'll just put a clip on the screen of when it's the most active. They go completely crazy during the afternoon times and the morning times, where they just have this massively long line. But here in the middle of the day, they're all just gone. They kind of get confused up here. They're sitting here trying to go out, and that's when they realize it's way too hot and they go back in again. But it's really fascinating. And I also saw that they were trying to eat a isopod that was still alive, so the isopod was crawling in together, and the ants were just trying to drag it either way. But it's insane how much diversity we have down here. We have these super tiny ants that looks like a little bit of Lasius niger, but because it's not the best camera, you can't really see the colors because they also look a little bit orange. And then we have these big carpenter ants here, which in the beginning I thought was Lycnopoda or Herculinus, but they also are orange. So yeah, I really love coming anywhere but Denmark because there's just so much activity regarding all the animals. We also have these, well, actually salamanders. I don't know what they are, these like small things with 4 legs that's just running back and forward that can drop their tails. We have them all over the place, and I really love just seeing nature, and it gets me so hyped because, of course, hopefully in a few weeks I should receive my massive 160 by 60 by 70 formicarium, where I will take a little bite of the Asian jungle theme and put it in an ant tank and see all of these different things living together. And that's gonna be so awesome. And I love seeing the wild out here, how it would actually be inside that tank, because in Denmark we don't have all of these animals. I mean, we probably do, but you just don't see it in your everyday day. When I go to the forest, I don't see it. When I live in the city, you definitely don't see it. But out here on the countryside in Sicily, Italy, everything is just alive. And I don't think it's because we're in the countryside, because even last year when we took a similar trip, that was also just everything was alive all the time. But yeah, I have discovered Cremogastra scutellarius, like I said in the beginning, Mesobarbarus, really tiny ants, really big Camponotus ants, and these long trails of not tiny ants but a little bit bigger. So there's at least 5 different species in a very small environment. Only what, 15 meters or something, 20 meters, there's at least 5 different ant species living together, and that's just so awesome, and I just don't see that in Denmark. And that's been it for my Italy-Sicily trip. I'm now back home again. Sadly, some of the colonies have had a hard time while I've been away, so I think I'll make a vacation update for tomorrow, perhaps, here on the Extra channel. But yeah, it was so awesome seeing so many wild ants, and it's getting me so hyped. But yeah, now we'll start ripping the ant room apart, start doing the updates on the different colonies, because there's a lot of things that have happened. So I just want to say thank you all very much for watching this Extra channel video, Sicily, Italy trip. And yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you all in tomorrow's video. Bye!